Today's video, the life and passing of John Bonham. John Henry Bonham, born May 31st, 1948 in Redditch, England. His parents were named Joan and Jack Bonham. He began learning to play drums at the age of 5, making a kit out of containers and coffee tins. His mother gave him a snare drum when he was 10 years old. When he was 15, he got his first drum kit from his father. John never took drum lessons, although he did receive advice from other drummers in his area. John attended Lodge Farm Secondary Modern School, where his headmaster wrote in his report he would either end up a dustman or a millionaire. After leaving school in 1964, he worked for his father as a carpenter. In 1964, John joined his first professional band, Terry Webb and the Spiders, and met his future wife, Pat Phillips. John Bonham took up drumming full-time 2 years later. He joined a blues group called Crawling King Snakes. The lead singer was named Robert Plant. In 1967, John agreed to return to a way of life while keeping in touch with Robert Plant. Plant formed Band of Joy and chose Bonham as the drummer. In 1968, American singer Tim Rose toured Britain and asked Band of Joy to open up for his concert. After the breakup of the Yardbirds, in July 1968, guitarist Jimmy Page formed another band and recruited Plant. Robert Plant suggested John Bonham to be the drummer. In July 1968, Jimmy Page and manager Peter Grant were convinced that John Bonham was the perfect drummer for the project, later known as Led Zeppelin. During Led Zeppelin's first tour of the United States in 1968, Bonham became friends with Vanilla Fudge drummer Carmine. Carmine introduced him to Ludwig drums, which he would use for the rest of his career. Jimmy Page let Bonham use a double bass drum in the early demo of Communication Breakdown, but scratched the track because of Bonham's overuse of it. The studio recording of Misty Mountain Hop captures his dynamics, similar to No Quarter. On cuts of the later album, Bonham handled funk and Latin-influenced drumming, with songs like Royal Orleans and Fools in the Rain. John Bonham was married to Pat Phillips, and the couple had 2 children, Zoe Bonham, born June 10, 1975, and Jason Bonham, born July 15, 1966. On September 24, 1980, John Bonham was picked up by Led Zeppelin assistant Rex King to rehearse at Bray Studios for a tour in North America set for October 17th. It was the band's first American tour since 1977. During the journey, Bonham asked to stop for breakfast. This is where he drank 4 quadruple vodka screwdrivers totaling 16 shots. He continued to drink heavily at rehearsals. The band stopped rehearsing in the late evening and then went to Jimmy Page's house. After midnight on September 25th, John Bonham fell asleep. Someone took him to bed and placed him on his side. Jones and the tour manager Benji found him unresponsive the next afternoon. John Bonham was pronounced dead at the age of 32 years old. The inquest on October 27, 1980 showed that in 24 hours John Bonham had consumed around 40 shots of vodka, after which he vomited and choked while he was sleeping. A post-mortem found no other recreational drugs in John Bonham's body. According to Rolling Stone, Bonham had recently overcome a heroin addiction and was taking an unspecific medication for anxiety and depression at the time of his death. John Bonham's remains were cremated and his ashes were spread on October 12, 1980. In the graveyard at St. Michael's Church, located in Rushook, Worcestershire. Rather than replace Bonham, Led Zeppelin chose to disband. They said in a press conference released on December 4, 1980, "We wish it to be known that our loss of our dear friend and the deep respect we have for his family, together with the sense of undivided harmony felt by ourselves and our manager, have led us to decide that we could not continue as we are." John Henry Bonham, born May 31, 1948, passed away September 25, 1980.